I retired from government service from Rajasthan in 2014 July and soon thereafter shifted to Bangalore for personal reasons. When I joined at PAC, Public Affairs Center, one of the suggestions that came forward during discussions was that PAC is broadly involved with the citizen, how the citizen fares in government, how does governance affect him. So one of the suggestions I gave was that while PAC has got a lot of expertise on citizen report cards, why don't we look at comparative levels and qualities of government across the states of the country? And we realized it's a tough job. We have to analyze several indicators. But that idea got a good response from the late Dr. Samuel Paul, who is the main genius behind the center. He appreciated the idea, everybody liked it, and that's how the work began. The point is to understand what are the influences, maybe political, maybe administrative, which improves the governance of a state, and that's how we thought we'll do the study on it. Governance has always been, wherever there is government, there is governance. But the fact is that governance assumed center stage sometime in the late 1990s. And actually it was sparked off by a World Bank report which examined how much money is going into developing economies. Both World Bank and their own governments are putting in a lot of money. But things are not improving. So money cannot bring improvement. There has to be certain structural changes. Value systems have to change, behavioral patterns have to change, the way government looks at a citizen has to change. So post 1990s, there's a greater emphasis on governance. So I would say that after 1990, all governments have been focusing more not only on outcome, but on processes, institutions, systems, systemic changes. These kind of reforms became very important. That's how the concept of governance evolved. And recently you have seen there are several studies which are coming out recently, which looks at comparative governance. India today, for example, is one very famous example. So we thought we should create our own index or metrics to decide how governance is to be. And you are right, it's very, very difficult to pin down governance to a few indicators. Government is involved in virtually every activity. There may be thousands of activities that the government is involved in. How do you select a limited number to judge the quality of governance? So we thought that a representative matrix of indicators which suggests how the state is doing well would be ideal for us. Now, which those particular indicators are, it's a matter of judgment. We had intensive discussions in PAC, also with statisticians and developmental economists. We sat down together and discussed the whole issue, then arrived at 60 to 65 indicators, which captures the feeling of governance, and that's how we arrived at this. In today's discussions also, people raise the question, governance is an intangible thing. It's more in perception. How do you feel about a government? So it's very difficult to reduce that perception into statistics, into data. How do you do that? If I'm happy with the government, can I give 0.25% marks or 0.65% marks? It's not possible. So we have to go on the basis of established data. On these 65 indicators, we ran through Google and went into every website possible, which is government data, and culled out that information pertaining to these indicators. Having got this data, which is, I would say, very reliable because they're all government data, we arrange the states in a certain order depending on how well they are doing or how badly they are doing, and gave it a ranking. Now when you combine the ranking of 67 indicators or 65 indicators put together, it gives a broad picture of how the state is doing. And our hope, as you're saying, the ambition, is that the metrics we arrive at would gain acceptability. There will be doubt, there will be arguments, there will be debate, but ultimately hope people will see the logic of it. And if so, then we can create a brand. PAC brand for the report on the quality of governance in states.